Okay, so this is my gameplay walkthrough for my game Regeneration. This is my second one now, and let's begin. So this is my game. I think so. This is a tutorial level because it's an open world game. I'm just showing off the tutorial, and it's mostly just it's not completable, say per se, but you know, in level standpoint, it is completable. So this is a minion, and if you run away or run back to the spawn location, yeah, we went through this together. So these guys, they're a bit noisy, so I might actually redo the noise. I mean, like sort of the voices on the minions. So this is a little town. Can't really go up here, but go up here and down. So this is the tutorial NPC, and so firstly the player would come by and they'll see this guy. I'm not gonna put any more NPCs in here in case they kind of just ignore them all. Since there's only one, they're gonna come talk to him, right? Probably should have some kind of indication so that you should talk to him before you continue. But this is the tutorial guy. I guess you can ignore him if you want. So welcome to the valley. I'm Gideon, I've lived here for a long time. I showed you ropes around this place. Why don't you get yourself a better weapon this one side? I'll run ahead while you grab the weapon. So he actually runs to the next location after you talk to him. But here there's a little house, and so this is one of my mechanics of the game is sort of low area progression.
We're making progress.
A bug that's currently with the weapons is it's not actually displaying the right values in terms of the thing. It's actually doing twice the amount of damage than it is currently supposed to. So for now we'll just ignore it, I guess. Not enough time to fix it. I don't want to mess with the rarities or anything. So come here and we'll talk to him. You saw some of these things right before. The chaos minions, someone recently came in the valley, blah blah blah. Try using your ability to quick work of them. So this is, you know, trying to introduce the player to E-ability. This is an E-ability. As you see, it's doing more than enough the damage. So yeah, it's a bit awkward at the moment. Another mechanic you'll see, not mechanic, but their character will slowly regenerate and stuff like that. Something else that you notice with the NPC is that he has 3 dots. For some reason with the dialogue it keeps replaying the first one every single time. It replaces the dialogue that I'm trying to give him, and it replaces with the first default one. So I just put 3 dots as the default one. It was tell you pick up. Okay, well for some reason that didn't spawn. I think it's to do with the event graph. I mean the construction script rather than the event graph. So I will have to fix that in the future, and I know how to.
Higher and higher.
Higher and higher. So he tells you to use your ability. Here we go. These show up, but those ones don't really, because it's loading in before loading in sort of before the world loads. So there's a simple way to fix that. So get some weapons, and this does a lot of damage because shoot me. Ah. the arrangement is also supposed to have. Actually, yeah, the same thing happened here. There's actually supposed to be some pickups here. They just don't. Yeah, you hear that? That was a. That's a level up. Whoa.
Discipline and virtue.
That's a lot of damage. And there's also a bug with this last one. Well, here we are. And he's actually supposed to sort of tell you to use the map. And this is my map. This is my other mechanic. So you click, he'll tell you to click on these, and it'll actually click on these, and it will set the next waypoint of where you should be going. It's kind of cool. So I want to go to the town. So wait a few seconds. And it switches. After a few seconds. I've made it so that every 5 seconds it ticks, rather than every second, because I don't want to lag up the game. And he's like, good luck trying not to die. And this is that's the tutorial completed. And to show off a few of my other mechanics, you have to keep going through the world. The music is not looping. That's also another bug, I guess. I forgot to tick looping. So come through here. And there's actually, it's really, the compass is really buggy. It points you at random directions, and I'm not really sure why. So that's also something else I'm going to have to fix in the future. But it eventually does lead you to the right place, if you follow it correctly. And the compass points around here somewhere. Ooh. Hello. What are you doing here? So this is... Oh, there's our little house here. Look at that. A tavern. How nice. Currently there's no one in here, but eventually I'll have NPCs fill up the world. You hear that in the background? That's whoa. Oh, that was his idle animation. So I do have idle animations for these guys.
Is a beautiful thing.
So those are the weaponsmiths, and they'll sell. And that currently is the armor smith, but I plan to have a lot more added to the armor smith, so I currently have no shop for him. So I'll just talk to him. Hey, I'm still working on him. Go away.
Stars, I see your light.
How many grenades can you fit in your mouth?
And that's my shirt.
Seriously, I made a bet with Twin Blast.
And here's my shop specialists. So you can like sort of buy something.
Tryon Industries is the future. Without us, Omida City would be nothing but another
It does a little
stretch of
animation when he
barren
idles.
wasteland.
And he just says something.
It was my pleasure.
And on leave, he just says a little thing. And yeah. Here's another one.
Hello?
Hammer. Kill hammer. Buy hammer.
A taste of the stars.
So, he's a little scary. So you gave him some wacky dialogue.
Higher and higher.
There's a little animation. The physics currently on the cloth, I know how to implement it, but every time I try to save after I okay, it's a bit goofy. Every time I try to save after adding the vertices on, it just crashes. So at the moment, I'm just leaving it out. I will add it in the future.
Stars, I see your light.
And that's about it. Just to test some of my other mechanics. What else? Those compass, and I'm going to add an inventory in the future, but I don't think at the moment there's enough time for that.
Hey, oh boy.
I need to pull up the list of things, but just to test out this compass, we're gonna click on this. There's a little town over there. A few seconds, and this is already updated. Yeah, I think it's already updated, and it's just sort of, as you can see, it doesn't. I know it's over there, but the compass sort of tick is like it's a bit whack. So you can follow this, but you can also go directly to it by following the directly following this pointer, the objective. At the moment, there's no enemies because I'm really only just supposed to make the tutorial. So at the moment, the world is obviously very empty, and to show off the map, I have to show off the world, and not just a tutorial. But yeah, see, it does lead us here. It does lead us here, and if we set to the ruins, just a few seconds, it'll reset. And I will go all the way back to the ruins, and you know how it is. While I do that, I will list out the things that I know are known bugs. As I mentioned before, the Gideon tutorial NPC, which I will plan to sort of add that extra feature of progression dialogue to more NPCs. Currently, there is a bug where, you know, when he's running, you can talk to him and actually progresses, so he skips the next dialogue. Way to fix that? Pretty easy. I just haven't implemented it yet. We'll probably just to like disable the ability to talk to him before he reaches his location. His location is actually incomplete. Goes to the next one, so I'm not sure why it actually is. So technically, it shouldn't be progressing it until he gets to the. There you go. It shouldn't complete it until it gets to the next point. Yeah, until he reaches his location. Another known bug. Weapons currently do too much damage. I mentioned that it's doing twice the amount of damage it's supposed to. So, yeah, we just have to fix that. Do you want to test out the ranged? For some reason, I put sound in there, but they're just not. These guys should have a swing sound. I'll have a look. Okay, yeah, it's working. So currently, you see I'm taking damage from my shield. Currently taking damage from my shield. Yeah, see, it points towards the mountain, but the ruins is actually over there. Eventually, just kind of loops back to it, so that yeah, that is another bug. Armor unimplemented, obviously. Currently, it's very, you know, it's very basic. It's just a shield system that blocks the damage. It's so cool. That giant tower. No way to get money. I still haven't implemented it. I still have more I want to add to that system. Because I haven't added all the shops in yet, I just decided not to add really implement the money very much yet, and it hasn't loaded yet. Look at that, hasn't loaded yet. There's actually a little path here. And currently the music, it doesn't loop. Obviously, it was supposed to loop. I forgot to turn it on. But I plan to add sort of a music system, dynamic music system, where you know, plays on combat, different area plays different music. So the point actually points around here somewhere. And there's a big castle. We'll be able to go in there in the future, but at the moment I've locked it off. Oh, this is it. This is where the marker is. I still need to make it invisible. Things to add in the game. Run speed. You know, I don't want to walk everywhere, so eventually I'll add in a run speed. That will probably use up energy. Who knows? Bosses, a day and night cycle where I can sort of set things in place. Checkpoint respawn. At the moment, the game's very easy because all the weapons do too much damage. Stun mechanic, and so with these hammers, I plan to add an extra mechanic. that is attack speed. So heavier weapons will sort of take longer to swing, but they do a lot more damage, which is why it was a 5 to 10 for a common. I was dropping from, you know, common enemies. And that's about it. That's my plan for the future. There will most likely be a lot more than that. As you can see, that's the checkpoint over there, and compass is pointing the wrong way. And it will sort of point towards there, and yeah, it's very buggy. I think it has to do with the camera system, but I'll have to ask Billy how to fix that. Granted, you know, I get around to it in the future because it kind of works anyways. But yes, that is my game. There'll obviously be more to add, and that was my list of things I want to add. So just to break it down one last time, my bugs I know is the progression, NPCs, dialogue, weapons that currently do too much damage. Armor's not implemented properly. It works as a shield, but it's not implemented the way I want it to implement. Compass is currently very inaccurate. Well, not very inaccurate, but it's very fiddly. Still no way to get money. And the music, it's not looping. There's no dynamic music system, but it's just very simple at the moment, so I can fix it in the future. And things to add in the future is run speed, bosses, hopefully a day and night cycle, inventory, respawn at checkpoints, sort of a stun mechanic, so a new ability. Oh yes, and weapon attack speed. And that's about it. That took much longer, so I'll be uploading this to YouTube. Thank you.